Hey guys, it's the end of the week, which means it's Sundays with Sebiel time. So this past week I uploaded a whole bunch of stuff. On Monday we had a Marvelous Mondays with Andre and Yipe, so if you haven't seen that, you can click here and check it out. And it was a really fun time. We both got to see Andre and Yipe using new teams with new characters, as well as using like their top tier teams and stuff like that, their strong tournament teams, and talking a lot of shit too, which is really fun. So make sure to check that out. I have a couple more of these recorded already. It's a huge pain for me to actually go record them because I need to like go through the city and then deep into Brooklyn to get them, like usually on like a weekday, and then make it all the way back into my place in Jersey to like, it's a real problem for me. But I do have a couple more that I'll be uploading, and they're really cool. But not all of them have like the level of like shit talking that we saw from Andre and Marn and Yipe and stuff. Because a lot of these players, frankly, like don't talk that much. Those of you guys that have been with Frame Advantage for like 2 years now know that like my very first videos, the original videos I made, the whole idea was to have them play casual matches, long sets, and listen to what they were talking about during the match, just to like get into the mindset of the player while he's playing, you know? Like, you know, these top level players, do they complain? Like, do they feel like stuff is super cheap or something like that? I thought that was really interesting. The problem was I had a lot of trouble getting these guys to talk while they were playing, and eventually I'd start asking them questions while they were playing, you know, to like try to get them to say stuff. Yeah, I mean, when I first started Frame Advantage, I had no real intention of putting myself in the videos, but eventually it just ended up just because players, like, they find it so difficult to talk while playing that I would just fill in the void with my own voice. And you know, you guys saw what happened after that. So there will be more Marvelous Mondays being put up. I'll probably put one up tomorrow, and but not all of them have all sorts of really crazy shit talk. But I think it's still useful to think about. I mean, I still think it's interesting to watch people play long sets instead of just like short, like 2 out of 3 sets or whatever. And also to hear what the players have to say about the game and about other players and their teams, stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. Next, on Wednesday, I did not put up a website Wednesday. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. If you guys love that show or something, like I basically just use it as a commercial for my own website. But I felt like it was a better use of my time to work on the website really hard and make sure that there's a lot of new games available on it. So if you go to the website, you will notice that we added like I think 3 new games this past week. Melty but I choose again specifically. Guilty Gear, Edson Core, and what's the third one? Some other. It's Arcana Heart 3. Oh gosh. Arcana Heart, actually, I'm not sure if there's any matches in the database yet. But anyway, yeah, we did all the back-end work to like get those, so the site will support those games, and that was a ton of work, dude. So yeah, so that's what I was doing instead of making a website Wednesday. So I'm gonna run like the gun to a street fight feature title until Wednesday of this week, and so I think that'll just be better for everybody involved. Tell me what you think of website Wednesdays in general, by the way. I'm having trouble coming up with ideas about like how to keep it fresh, you know. Basically, I use it as kind of like an update about the website, you know, just so to remind people that are subscribed to me on YouTube and maybe not necessarily bookmarked on the website to just tell them what's up and stuff like that. And also, because I've been kind of moving away from making all these like tournament match videos that I used to make, and the website is basically my way of still contributing in that way to the community. So yeah, so that being said, since I'm not making match videos and instead working on that website in terms of match video, on YouTube I've been coming up with new ideas for other things to make. So this last thing is, my last effort on this is the Mortal Kombat 9 Lab Notes series. So this is just a whole bunch of really short videos that say like one weird or one interesting thing about the Mortal Kombat 9 system. And you know, I had fun making my own in the lab segments, and I figured, like, you know, like me, I had trouble, not necessarily that I had trouble learning the game, but there were some stumbling blocks that I had while learning the game. Like it made it harder for me to learn. Like for example, the hit heights. If I like mids and highs are both labeled as high, and like that really tripped me up for a while. Like things like that. It's like, oh, what can I use a combo breaker on? What can I not use a combo breaker on? All this kind of stuff. So I decided to make those short video series to like, oh yeah, things like, why can't I do a Babality? Dude, I never played Mortal Kombat 3, dude, so I didn't know about those rules. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person in that boat. So basically, I just wanted to make like, you know, a short kind of little bites about gameplay systems and how they work in Mortal Kombat 9 specifically. And I'm probably gonna be continuing this series. You know, every time you know, I figure something out or somebody tells me something interesting, make a video out of it maybe. There's a couple new things that I want to make, but because there's no multiplayer training mode, and I'm not sure if there has ever been a game that had multiplayer training mode, like online, that is, online multiplayer training mode, it makes things a little bit more difficult to coordinate. But yeah, and tell me what you think about that series. I think it's actually turning out pretty cool. There was some stupid YouTube drama earlier, but like, I mean, I don't know. YouTube commentators can get as angry as they want. Like me and Ariel from Mattock are like, we've been working together for a while now, so it's no big deal for the people that actually making this stuff. What else? Oh, and so the next thing that I put up was Casual Friday. And casual with a K this time. Me and Monty, you know, we just chilled out, and then I kept this video like this big old 2.5 hour long segment because I wanted it to make it so like you just like turn it on and then do something else, you know, like turn it on and like do your laundry or like iron some shirts or something. Like, I really like these videos that I make with Monty where we just like chill and like kind of talk about stuff, or we're just like just whatever, and just stick around, do whatever we want, because like, that's kind of the whole reason why I started Casual Friday, so I can just do whatever I want. I'm aware that there are some audio issues. I actually I actually posted it originally on Friday on time, and then took it down and then tried to optimize the audio a little bit more, and it definitely sounds better than it did. So, I mean, I don't know what help that gives anybody, but yeah. Sorry about the audio, guys. I'll try to do better next time. It gets a little weird when you're trying to do like game sound and Skype sound and my own amp sound and all that stuff. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there, especially because Monty has worked as a combat designer in these multiple game studios, including Midway, and knows a lot of people at Midway. So I think that if you're interested, if you nerd out like I do in terms of like game systems and stuff like that, then I think it's interesting to look at. I also spent some time mining for data that I used in the sector, in the lab segments and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to see like the different methods I use to like find this information, that's cool too, I guess. But yeah, so speaking of that sector stuff, like, I think I might be dropping that character. Like, oh my god, it's just so hard to compete with Damdai right now. And I'm aware that Damdai is like really, really strong fighting game player and all that, but like Raiden's a 3-3-4, and then he basically has a frame trap situation afterwards, which is crazy to me. Like, if he does like back 4, then I can hit him. But like 3-3-4, like the string combo into an overhead launcher, is it safe? And all he needs to do is like stick out a crouching normal, and I can't even jump out. And so basically, I can't even push a button. Like the things that I figured out what to do, like for a while, when he was overextending himself on the pressure like that, I would actually use a super to armor his low limb after I block 3-3-4 and hit him. But he found out that if he uses a low short, my armor will absorb the short, but at that range, the missile won't come out fast enough to hit him, so he'll block. So it's just ridiculous. Like I can try to jump out or something like that, or try to do a teleport, but again, it's a guessing game in his favor. Even though he just like threw out a string launcher and it got blocked. It's just very, very frustrating to fight Raiden. I don't know, man. It's really, really tough. I don't know. Like if only 1-2 back 1 was a little safer and had better range or something, or. I don't know. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna do some soul searching in Mortal Kombat in general. Damdai's been telling me to play Cyrax, but I don't know, man. Cyrax he just doesn't look as cool as Sector. I mean, obviously, like I can tell in terms of gameplay, he has a lot of different tools. He seems actually very good as a character to play, but man, he just looks boring. Like, just aesthetically, I don't really like it. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be making a video series out of that or anything, but yeah. So speaking of that, I got that new job, right? And so there's a lot of things that I have to do, which is why I'm like making videos on my own at home now, like doing the things like in the lab or like lab notes and that kind of stuff. it's because there's a lot of things for me to prepare. It's because I'm gonna be moving away actually. So I'll give you guys more details on that type of stuff later. Because honestly, a lot of these questions I don't even know the answers to yet. But hopefully things will work out pretty well. And if you guys, just as a reminder, my job in New York ends in the end of May. So by the time we get to that date, I will have ideas on what's gonna happen with this. Alright, so I'll let you guys know when I know, and I'll see you guys. Oh, I'm not supposed to say I'll see you guys next time because I'm copying Husky, right? I'll see you guys next week. Is that okay to say? I think it is.